YouTube, Retro Reclaimer here. I'm out for a walk and I'm doing a video response to Eddie RollerXcore. He did a brilliant video where he's shown 5 games in his collection that he's not completed, that he wants and should get back to finishing. But obviously everyone who plays games has got games which they've not finished because other games have come about or whatever. You know, loads of different reasons, especially if you collect games. There's no way you can finish them all. And yeah, it was a really nice video. He shot it whilst he was out walking, had a few games in his bag, and it was just a change of scenery, something different, and it was really fun to watch. And I've noticed quite a few people doing video responses to it as well, and they've carried the same theme of going out for a walk. And I just thought, do you know what, whilst I'm out for a walk, I'm going to give that a go. So I'm out walking at the moment on over hills. There's a bit of woodland and a football field over there, but just a nice place to take the dog. And it's quiet. That's the main thing. It's quiet. So if I bump into anyone now coming down here, I'll be a bit freaked out. And yeah, so I've got a bag here with 5 games in it. So we'll get straight into it. I'll show you mine. First up we've got a PS1 game, Digimon. This is a game which I've spoken about a few times on the channel, I think, but probably one of my fondest games on the PlayStation. And I've never got round to finishing it. It's very difficult. I think I definitely need to cheat, you know, with YouTube and Googling how to do certain bits, because there's some areas which the sort of quest as such doesn't activate unless it's a certain time of day. You can pick up rumours from talking to different people or Digimon, and yeah, it's just one thing I've always struggled with, but it's a fantastic game. Always enjoyed it, and I like that sort of PS1 graphics of the what do you call it? It's sort of the background image is still, so it's like a drawing, and obviously the animation in the characters moves, but the background sort of stays the same, and there's just a lot of detail in there which always looks good. But yeah, as much as I've played it, I've never got round to completing it, which is a shame, or even getting that far. I always get stuck. So yeah, it's definitely something I want to get back into and work harder at. Another one, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild on the Switch. It's the first game I got when I got the Switch. My missus got it me one Christmas about three years ago, and I've still never completed it. 3 times I've played it to a point where I've got off the tutorial island, glided down, and then I think I'm put off by the scale of the game, knowing that it's like 60 hours or so. So I get to that point and I don't know, I just sort of put myself off, but it's definitely something I know I should get into, because I enjoy Zelda. I enjoy using the Switch, especially in handheld mode. It's just so easy to pick up and play, and everyone has so many good things to say about the game. I just ain't give it enough time, so that's something I should definitely look to consider finishing this year at least. What else have we got? This is difficult. The game's in a bag here, but here we go. Dreamcast game. Shenmue. Everyone who's sort of familiar with the Dreamcast is usually familiar with that game. Let me get you back up here. So I never heard of this game until I started collecting, and I used to watch Adam Koralik. He used to have a lot of Dreamcast videos, and I was watching those, and Shenmue is something he spoke about a lot. And it's basically like, if you don't know, it's like a GTA style game, sort of open world, but not quite as much violence. And it's just, for its time, for when it came out, you'd be surprised at how good the mechanics are, in different little bits of thought into the game there are. I think when I played it, I spent most of the time on 20p machines trying to get all the Sonic characters, and then when I got bored of that, I found an arcade in the city. There must have been about 8 different machines in there, so I started playing those, and I never picked it up again. But again, probably because of the size of it, I've sort of put myself off. But yeah, I wouldn't mind giving it a solid go, and because I know I'd enjoy that one. Okay, that's 3 down. Number 4, we're on a big field now. We got the dog. Where is she? And Oscar's up the way. What have we got here? Yeah, we've got 2 360 games next. Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim. So this one, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion was, I loved it. I put a lot of time into it, really enjoyed it, and I couldn't wait for Skyrim to come out. When it did come out, I think, is it around about 2012? Oscar was born in 2013, and I think around that time I was just too busy, so I couldn't give it a lot of time and get stuck into it. So I sort of come into the game late, and then when I played it, I was just sort of put off by the darkness. It's all, I've spoke about this before on the channel, but Oblivion is dead green and fresh and positive and nice, and whereas this is like snowy, rocky. It's a bit, all the colours are darker and it's a bit more negative, and I think that's sort of what put me off. But you know, it's a game full of swords and shields and bows and magic powers, dragons, castles. It's something right up my street, which I should love it. But probably again the scale of the game. You'll notice all these games I think are quite big games. I don't need to talk about Skyrim. Everyone knows it, so it's definitely something I should go back to, because I've never even finished one of the guilds or anything. So yeah, we'll have to pick that up at some point. Maybe get the VR version, I think. Last one, Final Fantasy. This is, what number is that? Is it 13? I think it's 13, isn't it? X is 10, so 13. I could be wrong, I'm pretty sure it is. Final Fantasy 13. I remember getting this when sort of, it weren't out for long anyway, but sort of the year it came out, and I really enjoyed it. I liked how deep the story was and how emotional all the characters were. They all had their own little journeys, and then it's a long time since I played it. I've not played it since, but they would experience something very emotional, and that would trigger something in them, which allowed them to power up as such. But I just remember the game being so difficult to play. Every boss I came to I struggled, and when I finally got through, then there was another boss, and I think I'm pretty sure you get to another island or planet or something, but you come away from, is it a spaceship you're on or something like that, and you're in a big open world full of greenery and different things to fight, and there was a boss on there which I just couldn't defeat. But I really enjoyed the game, and I've always thought I want to go back and do that. Since I've picked it up, you know, as we all do, yes, I can't wait, I've finally got this game, I can't wait to play it, and then we don't get anywhere on it. But yeah, they're my 5 games, so look in the description for the other videos, certainly Eddie's and everyone else's, I'll link them, and give them a watch because they're really good. There's some people over there now, so I'm going to get going. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, I'm RollerXcore, and we'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye bye.